again, gamers. We are back after our much-needed break from Dark Souls. I found a game a long time ago that I rather enjoyed. And though I've gotten to, I believe, the final fight in it, I never actually beat it. I believe my characters weren't up to snuff for the fight, so I wasn't able to win, and I had to restart. So what I was thinking of doing, if people enjoyed the game, is I might try to play the entire trilogy, because it is a trilogy. Because I do own the trilogy, I got the games. And I want to, I want to play it. I want to share it with you guys, because I very much enjoyed it. It is a... So apparently, my stream disconnected, so I'm just going to redo my entire intro because I have no idea how far I actually got into it. Hi, I'm Positive Thumb Gaming. I hope your thumbs stayed raised, and I hope they stayed positive, because we're going to be diving into a game that I played a while ago that I rather enjoyed, and I want to share with you guys, because I think it's a really cool game. It is a game of choices, both for customizing your character's abilities as well as for choices outside of combat. Choices that matter. Choices that can affect multiple characters and their final outcomes. It is a game that is a part of a trilogy. And if everyone enjoys it, I would like to stream them all. But, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't think Steam would take this long to set up the game, so kind of stalling here. Should have had this up beforehand. Oh, well, it's halfway through step 2. Oop. Move the webcam a bit. Can you hear myself? Yep, mic's working. There we go. The game we are playing today... There you are. Is the Banner Saga, developed by Stoic Studios. So I did have a save file, but I will be restarting it. Let me just go in the options here a bit. Oh, difficulty. There's a cover more. Sure. Why not make this as hard as it can be? I'm sorry, I kind of thought that going full screen would have changed the resolution on that, so let me just kind of stretch that a bit. I hope that doesn't look terrible. Yeah. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices you make. You will occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story unfold from different perspectives. The gods... The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survive through tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. Ooh, hello webcam. Why are you lagging there?
Að sjá dreggjan á ferli neðanvor. It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds.
It's a very beautiful game. With its art direction.
We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn, our road home. Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
So, the game will transition between journeying like this. Oh, that looks fun. Not. So that would be the Varl. Really, like giant, really big people. I think they're giants. I think that's the connotation with them. Connotation? I think that's what they're going for, is that they're basically giants. And, yeah. I don't know if I have to set up subtitles for when they talk another, talk another language than human. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, the enemy is red. It's your turn to act. Movement happens before action. This ring shows your shield banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. Shield bangers, by the way, the class. It basically just means you have a giant shield. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile you want to move to, then check the check mark to confirm. Move your shield banger here to get him into attack range. He's coming up on this guy. To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Any tiles are blue, ally tiles are blue, the enemies are red. Target this enemy now by clicking this tile. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon, 2 to 5, show the damage you will do to that stat. As he has 5 hit points, that means attacking with his HP is the best idea. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. This is a mechanic I really liked because it makes sense. The more hurt you are, the less capable you are of fighting and putting up a fight. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them up to take more damage in the future. Yeah, the enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Click the fist now to attack his strength, then confirm your choice. There is a accuracy component to it as well, but I'm not sure what has to be done for that to happen. What? Click the fist now to attack his strength. Oh, okay, I had to double click it. He's down. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shieldbanger's high armor. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking on gold tiles, a character can move further than usual at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red, pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to get to be in range. Move your Warhawk into attack range now. And Warhawks... Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk's tile to access his ability. Clicking your character's tile will bring up all his combat options, including move, ability, attack, and end turn. Click the purple ability icon. The ability description appears in the tooltips below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and then confirm your choice. And they're both down. So this guy is suddenly in a lot of trouble. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there's only one enemy left, players enter Pillage Mode. During Pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your shieldbanger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the chieftain tile to attack. Click the fist, and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. That's what that was. I forgot that's how that worked. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star, and then the green checkmark kills this enemy. And the brigands have been dealt with.
Like a rabid wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know.
Cool.
He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head.
So this guy's got problems.
I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
So this might happen is that as we're playing the game, we might end up in a city and we'll need to help them before we move on. Only the sun has stopped. Chapter 1. The game basically goes through a process of traveling places, being in cities, and combat. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Ubin, isn't it? Oh, and now I'm playing as this guy, so... I believe I'm playing as Ubin. It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. Seems a bit chaotic here, Eric. It's been worse. We've got a lot of irons in the fire. What does he want exactly? Skull things that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure they stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. So the city has an issue with there's people I don't know if it would be called civil war necessarily. There's a lot of people who want to run the show. Click the market tent to visit the merchants. This is basically the tutorial, so it's going to teach us how everything works. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-face houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Hod, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Skelfing's chieftain blew out about an hour ago, Hod. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back onto, nobody's going to try to kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Well, that suddenly changed real quick. Need some help here? Hod, I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. Oh, I didn't read that. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Intimidate him, pay him, or do nothing. Because this is my character now making a... I'm going to do nothing. It's not my business. Eric overturns his flimsy table, scattering Hod's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric. Laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Skelfings? Noblemen up by the east wall, but that was months ago, last I know. Hod skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hobble, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Gunolf, were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? No, just bought them while you were walking around. Why? They look good. I'm glad you care. Gunolf goes off to look at more stalls. Eric, the man of yours, seemed unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Hod, but he used to be Skelfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hole? Best I could tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Shouldn't we have an approach of some sort? Where's this place again? After this, I'm done here. Yeah, should we have a plan? What a luxury. Come on. You've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Should probably make different voices so I know, so that we can differentiate who's talking. So now there's the mead hall, and that's the only option I got. You arrive in front of what must be noblemen. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, says Eric over his shoulder. Ready? You walk you through the front door. They ran to a mead house, says Valgard. I'll be surprised if they can stand up straight right now. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of a table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken Skelfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Well, what a welcome party. And here we are. Ubin is not a participant. So now I get to move my guys around. I think the best course of action would be... I'm not actually sure who's going to go first. I guess he's going to go first. So... I want to make sure I give myself enough room here. So that the humans can deal with the humans and the Varl can deal with the large assortment. We'll see if that's a good call or not. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Look at them. It's going to be a butchery. You say that. You say that, but... Alright, so what can I do? Stone Wall. Blocks damage to strength and armor for 1 round. So what I can do... So what I can do here is move my guy up. Yeah. And then I can use this. So I can force them to come up close without risking him taking too much damage. And gives willpower to allies at range. Yeah. So I can see how far they'll go and how far they can extend themselves with willpower. So I can safely move him. I can safely move Eric behind Valgard. Can I attack? No, he doesn't have a ranged attack. So that'll end my turn. And he also used willpower to make this happen, so that was a good waste on his part. What can he do? He has no ability. Return the favor. When hit by an adjacent enemy, counterattack for 1 armor damage. So it's good that he takes... So it's good if he deals damage. Or, excuse me, it's good if he gets hit. And I can damage his health, and I'll extend his willpower. I'm going to move him. Let's see here. Yeah, none of them will actually be able to get up to him, so I can safely move him here. Maybe one guy can attack him, but that's not the worst. Nope. I don't think they can attack adjacent enemies. Or adjacent people. So, I don't have to move right now, and I will extend willpower, because he can give more willpower. Maybe I didn't have to do the willpower to that extent. Oh, well, I guess it was a good idea. They're going to shield wall. And this is where I fucked up. If I had had him here, there'd be more I could do there. Because I don't think you can go through allies, unfortunately. So what I'm thinking of doing... Yeah, I'm just going to attack him. Because I do need to be cautious here, because too many of these guys attacking. Well... Tempest. Strike adjacent allies in a spin. Now what I'm curious of... Because I have 15. You know what I can do? Here's what I'm going to do. Now I don't think anyone who dies in a fight is permanently dead. Yeah. Okay, so no, I can't attack adjacent enemy. Oh, I can? Okay, good, I can. Alright. Yeah, that might not have been the best idea. I also want to make sure I'm not attracting too many at once to myself. let's get rid of one more guy. Yeah, so he's not in a great way right now. And that's entirely on me, so I want to start getting him in here. Because I was playing too safe with this guy and not safe enough with this guy. Thankfully, one of them... Thankfully, they're being a bit choice with their actions here. I think at this point, the best thing I could do is just try and deal as much damage as I can. Yeah. This guy's got 1 health now. Oh, wait, I'm right here. Finish this guy off. It might not necessarily be the best idea to finish enemies off too, due to how the initiative works. So he's got 2. I'm actually going to back off and rally. Oh, wait. Oh, I can rally everyone? Thought it was only adjacent allies. To allies at any range. Okay, I misread that. Yeah, so now he's actually getting focused, which is what I wanted. So no point using the willpower, it won't kill him. So now Tempest. Oh, he just went through him. I forgot they could do that. We can start helping out our Varl here. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh boy. He's gonna run. And then I can rally. He's got a lot of health, so I'm gonna rally him. Just so he can keep doing as much damage as he can. Thankfully, these guys are not making the best of combat actions either. It's working out for me. And he... Oh, do I have? Yeah, I do have it. I do have enough. Now, I think I'll actually do... No. Oh, I did. There's something about this guy that allows him to deal an extra bit of damage. A bit more damage than I'm intending. Oh, well, fuck. None of that. I didn't want to do any of that. No. Damn it. I thought I could undo my turn. I don't think he can rally. Nope. That said, we should be fine. Go for this guy. Get that. Yeah. Just make it impossible for him to be helpful. Except using that ability hurts. Okay. I'm actually just gonna rest here. Oh, okay. You're being a problem. See, now, because my health is 2 and this armor is still 5, because my health is under his armor value, there's a 50% chance this won't work. And that's why going for the armor is good. He's down. And let's finish this guy off. And maybe he'll get promoted. Not quite promotion yet. Promotion is how you level up, and I believe you can level up 6 times, or 5 times for a character. Tempered by blow... Oh. Injured, has been injured in battle. That's the thing, is if you go down, you get injured. There they are. Gods be damned. I've got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approach, with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Wagner. Next for Varl kinship last we spoke. The other flag? Looks important. Yeah, important to guests. See what I deal with all day long? That makes a little more sense. You hoped I'd have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrived. Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask you one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Volgard hustle from the mead house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. You give an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. What'd that even look like? Yeah. I like the effort they put into these places because, to my knowledge, you don't ever return to places. So once you go somewhere, you don't go back. And I don't mean like, oh, there's nothing that brings you back there. I mean, you actually just can't go back. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grolfheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old. And if there is Wagner there, must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old Diox. At what age did you lose a sense of shame? Joronder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grolfheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Abering. In fact, I have no idea what any of this means. It's been so long. And glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head ablaze in red, the king of men or someone on his behalf. I'm just going to assume they're the name of towns and cities. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know Scrivenar? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grofheim. I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but, let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where is Mulger? Hakon have him a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants departed in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Mulger. See you in the morning, Scrivenar. And I'll be alone. The youngest prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach wide with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. Sounds like a delight. Sounds like the kind of person I want to put up with. Weariness subtly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke of so highly. Yes, unfortunately, it's not really giving us an option to... Oh, it is. Well, I could talk to Hakon, and I could talk to the prince. Or I could say, fuck it. Let's talk to Hakon, at least. Scrivenar. You find Hakon in a meat house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha! Humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yox fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon lets slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through Dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Dredge, by the way, are like stone elemental people or something. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Alright. I don't know if there's a reason not to talk to people, other than just not wanting to. I don't know if there's like a time mechanic to it. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're with Wagner? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I hope to learn more about you. I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk. Just introduce yourself. I'm not putting up with your crap. You collect taxes for the Varl territories. A true pleasure. Yes. An awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Well, alright. This guy's an ass. Alright. Here we go. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise, you wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Ooh, 20 renown. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner's already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mogr steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. We're ready. Not that we have much of a choice. You follow Mogr and join the others. Usually the smaller doors sets into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Sets the mood! And there we go. We can zoom in. We can zoom out. Yeah. And you gotta keep an eye on your supplies. We got 66 days of supplies. And a timer for how long it takes. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mogr, cracking open mead casks. From your gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. I'll be respectful. Toast to Wagner. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between man and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but the others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. Let's have chat. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. Thanks to Mogr, I thought the damned governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried, and he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, turns out. I'd have given the job to you, too. Gods, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Arborang on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound like a con. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Don't you miss the fight, Ubin. You down your mead instead of replying. Wagner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge, but pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be warriors would follow you for what you've done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm the next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. This game. Fuck. I'm sorry. I don't know how I mispronounced that. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Mogr is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. I was gonna say, this game kind of takes place after, like, the past glories of the world are long gone. It's very, melancholy. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? Ha, we're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. Surprised the prince doesn't already know this. This is the map of the world. You can explore it by dragging the mouse to pan and using the mouse wheel to zoom. The location of your caravan is indicated here by Uman's icon. The world map is covered with many locations, and holds much lore. You can explore the map at any time, clicking on locations for more information. Alright. So, there's a lot to this, but I don't believe we ever actually go in here. I could be wrong. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Grofheim's a place. Fuck, this map is huge. Holy crap, you could get lost in this game. If you want all that lore, it's there. So, we're in Verdfright. Named bad weather, the gales that blow in from the bay and around the mountain peaks keep Verdfell in a generally unpleasant state. What really cemented the name was the kind of person who would live there. Men cast out from Strand for one reason or another with nowhere else to go. And it looks like we're going on the Wandering Road. When you are finished researching the world map, click the button to return to travel or to camp. I'll just kind of like take an eye of certain things while we're playing. The Wandering Road. At the end of the First Great War, the Varl had more to contend with than mankind to the south. Above the Bradbrake peaks, the lands crawled with furious, war-minded dredge. The first Varl king, Einar, led the entire Varl race across the snowy fields of the Wandering Road, sweeping away dredge as they went, before forming the first Varl kingdom at Anertoft, which is here. So that tells us that this place used to belong to Dredge. When the first Varl warriors trudged north to discover new lands, the Bredabreck peaks were thought to be the edge of the world. Their summits often disappear into the clouds, and unlike other mountain ranges, a pass-through was never found. That is until the Varl King Einar had the Burra Pass built, a bridge that takes 3 days to cross. And that's important. So I know that this is going to take 3 days to pass. Assuming we even need to go that way, because Ironfort's right here, and I assume we're going that way. Also, where's Grofheim? What is this? The last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Arnfinnr, the second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Grofheim their capital. The deeds of Varl are honored here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl's march itself. I'm assuming that that's the direction we're going. Maybe. What is this? Huron. The long snowfields, tall mountains, and sparse woods of Huron used to be the gathering place of Dredge during the Second Great War. As Varl pushed them ever northward, they took the land and settled it themselves, preferring the cold expanses over the warm, busier lands of men to the south. Now the territory is almost entirely Varl. And what is this? The Great War's end, it was the Valka, the first Menders, who would push the Dredge so far into the north that they were no longer a threat. Some believe the Valka committed genocide of an unfathomable magnitude. Others believe the Dredge were forced to return underground. For not even they can survive these bleak, lifeless, icy plains. In any case, if the Dredge could be said to inhabit any lands, it is those named after their vanquishers. Well, that's dark. They're painting the Dredge as like a mindless species of stuff, but generally when a lore in a game has that, I'm usually skeptical of it, because how much of that is actually accurate? That's a tricky thing. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand, going to be a long march. Yes, we are going to Grofheim. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skirmer instead? What's the point of marching? How's it going? It's going great, Ziphinage. How are you doing today? I've given up on trying to get Dark Souls to work with remote play until we get a capture card. And I'll be getting I'll be putting an order in for one in a few days. Because it will not work, and I don't know if it's remote play or not. But we're playing a Banner Saga instead, which is a game I've wanted to stream for a while. A game that I really enjoyed. That I unfortunately never beat because I got to like the final boss, and then I think I couldn't beat it with the characters I had, so I had to restart. I'm alright, enjoying my day off for a change. Hell yeah, dude. That's good. What are you doing to enjoy it? Got any movies or shows or games or books you're reading? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We would have shown you all the wonders of Skirmer instead. I have Sunken City crawling with dredge, Prince. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludwig sails through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his command in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off to. Ah, that's bad. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Verdfell if we're lucky. I'm alright. Enjoy my... Oh, sorry, I already did that. Alright. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter a camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A higher morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. That's an important thing I forgot when I was playing this game beforehand. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to go back to the world. I think I'm going to rest a bit. Because my heroes currently... Actually, what heroes do I have? One or more of your units is injured. Injured units can still fight, but have a penalty to max strength equal to the number of days wounded. They heal as time passes when resting in camp. So, yeah, when you're on the move, they won't heal. So I have exactly 4 heroes. Okay. I had assumed that some of those characters from the other town would have come with me, but I seem to be wrong. Well, I slept in. That's a good start. That's about all I've done so far. I wanted to start working on a shelf I've been planning on building for about a week now, but don't have the energy. And wood is so bloody expensive right now. Well, maybe you just need to take a day off, you know? Actually enjoy your day. Especially with wood being expensive. So, okay, so here's the thing. I could rest, but then I'd be resting for 5 days. That's a long time to rest, so here's what I'll do. I'll rest 2 days. Make that 3. Yeah, fuck it, we'll go for 5. There, now he's no longer injured, and we have pretty good morale. And one of my guys can level up. Click on the ability button to learn about the unit's abilities. Bring the Pain. The character strikes an adjacent enemy for armor break damage, before hunkering down and boosting his passive ability. Return the favor to return even more break damage for 1 turn. By using Bring the Pain, he can create a forward charge that punishes enemies for ganging up against him. Yeah. So, I don't think any of these guys can level up. Actually, no, wait. One of them can. Right, because I believe this guy here got promoted? Yes, he did. Promotion. The greatest warriors on the battlefield are those who live past their first battles to start a journey down the path of legend. Higher stats and increase your item rank. This unit has points available to spend on improving stats. Activate one of the plus buttons above. Alright. So I can level things up. I was really hoping it would actually tell me what they do, but it's not. Also, I was wrong. They get... No, never mind. That's the amount they need to kill to get to level up. I think the best thing I could do with this guy is get his strength up there. More health and more damage. And then we can head out.
Even the name means
Morale declined immediately.
Where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay.
Look, guys, I'm doing my best, but
most are just men driven from strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Okay. I think supplies are also your currency. That or renown is. It might actually be renown. By Hodberg. That's a lot of vol for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Probably not human then. Skullfing's out here, maybe? Could they have Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl? Are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Ludin? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. My con takes off at a run. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Ah, there they are. Clicking any tile will automatically make a path, and you can also get set waypoints. Click once to make a waypoint. Now select the next waypoint. This is often useful when you need to avoid certain tiles. Why are you still fighting, dude? Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. That's good. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemies. Now click the enemy to target. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there is a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Notice the chance to hit shown above the attack button. Attack this enemy's strength. Sounds like I'm gonna miss. Yep. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on out, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Well, I guess the prince just learned not to fight things on his own. Well, I guess his bodyguard died, but yeah. Alright, what does this guy do? Sundering Impact. Added strength and armor damage to target and adjacent enemies. And his heavy impact splash damage 1 strength damage. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and damage this guy. There we go. I'm very glad I got this guy, I'm actually gonna... No, I gotta attack. I gotta do it. Unfortunately, this guy's got a lot of strength. I'm glad I got... Oh, no. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, this ain't good. This ain't good one bit. Okay, oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is very unfortunate. They're all just gonna... Alright, I cannot just kill them outright. I gotta... No. Let's get an attack here. Because I don't want to give this guy more turns than he needs to. Once I can get into Pillage Mode, then he'll be on his own. So, I'm gonna move over here. Fuck! Ow! No! Okay, now I can finally move to this guy. What does he do again? Breaks an enemy's thing. Oh, well. Alright. This is gonna be a gamble, and he's probably gonna get injured again. But finish this guy off. Whenever an enemy falls in battle, 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give willpower to the active ally. That's good to know. Alright, boss is by himself. So now he only gets 1 turn around, and I get both of mine. That's not good. Yeah. Break the damage to any target. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's that, yeah. And deal 2 armor damage. Gotta start killing that armor. And of course you go for him. Alright, backing up. You shouldn't be able to move far enough. You're a dick. Well, that's a serious problem. That's a serious set of problems there. Alright, now I need to start dealing strike damage, because that's scary. Alright, and now I'm the one winning. Fights can turn real quick. That was... yeah. The correct move there would have been to send the shield banger in alone. And use his ability. I was not thinking. Great, now I have 2 people injured. Well, I guess it's better to have 2 injured than 1 injured. Gives you better reason to rest. But yeah, I'm glad you're having at least a somewhat good day, Ziphian. You trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy. What kind of idiot? Break their armor first. Where did they come from? We didn't even see them. They were just there. Hakon goes to where Wagner lies face down. The future Varl King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner's dead? Uh-oh. Well, that ain't good. I forget which one Wagner is. Wagner isn't... oh, Wagner was the other dead guy next to Ludin. Oh. And here we are, transitioning to the second story that's going on at the same time. Yeah. Where did that thing come from? Shh, stay close. I think it saw us. Oh, well, especially after you fired an arrow at it, it seems. Oh, so we're fighting... oh. We're all alone, huh? Deployment happens before battle. Click the units Rook and Elet to deploy them with the blue squares. Click ready to start the battle. Alright. Careful, don't get too close. So I can attack from afar, right? Mark prey. Does armor break damage? All allies within range attack the marked target. How far can you travel? They don't have... this guy doesn't have willpower, so he can go as far as there. So I can move up to here. Oh, wait, I think I could have attacked him, actually. Well, I can now. Thread the needle hits all the units between the archer and the target, doing bonus armor damage. We'll just go for the attack. And just do armor break damage quickly. oh, right, it takes... right, ooh, right, I forgot that's how that worked. So mark the prey, so I can do some shield damage, and then Annette gets an attack on it too. Uh-oh! You are an ass! Oh, no, not there. Won't matter. Yeah, Dredger not to be taken lightly. And now we finish him. Yeah, he did have... Yeah, so he can attack at both ranges. Victory of renown regrows. Was that a dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance in that direction. All that food, that's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Don't run, let me think. Forget the supplies, let's get back to Skogar. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. Do you think you can handle more of them? No, Dad, I mean, we're already lucky to be alive. I know, it's okay, let's get back to Skogar. Alright. If not everyone is confident in their fighting abilities, it's best to run. Supplies represent food and other goods, used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have left on the travel display at the top of the screen. Most towns will have supplies to sell, as well as few items. So have a good amount of supplies. We're going to have just enough supplies to get there. God, these are just beautifully done. Look at this. The art. I love the artwork. It's so beautiful. It's also very haunting as well. Fits the atmosphere very well.
What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
See? They're in the trees. Watching the village. It's so good with the foreground and the backgrounds. Ivor. The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints at you as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster? Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How did they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it, they'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams. From the outskirts, people are running toward the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Agil, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait, I want to help. Let them fight. Why not invite some goats to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I won't let anything happen to her. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Ivor. What now? Agil, keep your shield up. We just hold them. What? We just hold them off until everyone's inside. Then we figure out what to do next. More shots draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. You know things are dire when even the kids have to fight. House. Sure enough, dredge are gathering in number. Fear threatens to bubble over into panic. How long do we need to keep this up, you ask? Ivor shakes his head unknowingly. That's a bad sign. Turn order. Units move in the order you place them, from left to right. This initiative order is very important when setting up strategies. For example, put archers after melee units so that they can stay safe behind your heavy hitters. Drag the unit icons to rearrange their order. Yep. Oh, I have an item. A Let's bracelet, lovingly made by a hunter's wife to keep her daughter safe from harm. +1 armor, +1 strength, +1 will. Best equip her with that. What is this? Okay, yeah, that's the options. Alright. We're, ready for a fight. Yeah, what else is new with you, Ziphian? If you want to share. If not, it's okay. I just want to make sure you're getting the chance to enjoy. Okay, so the strategy here is deal with these two before this guy kills us. Alright, so what do? Battering ram. So you got return the favor, battering ram. Knock the target back through multiple tiles, doing armor break damage. I never really realized the benefit of this until just now. So it forces him to attack this guy. +1 armor to adjacent allies and self. Oh, no, actually, nope. There we go. So he gets extra armor, because he's going to need it. Well, I bashed my hand on the underside of the dish pit at work last weekend. Oof. And both cooks were out of commission for the busiest weekend of the year. So that was a complete shit show. Other than that, I'm just vibing. I'm sorry, man, but hey, right side? The worst, or the busiest day of the entire year is over with. But yeah, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I hope your next several days at work is much, much better. But I'm glad you have the chance to vibe. See. What I like to do is I like to try and leave as many people alive until I can kill as many as I can in one strike, so that I can get the boss all by himself. But I might have to also start attacking the boss and prioritizing him. Oh, I didn't realize whose turn it was there. I'm gonna go for this guy, just so that he can be taken out really easily. Uh-oh. I didn't realize you'd get your turn so soon, dude. What the hell? Oh. That's not what I meant to do. Well, I'm bad at what I do. Oh, what the no. Okay, you still attacked the other guy. So she can't move. Well, fuck. Alright, battering ram. Oh, for fuck's sakes, of course. I need to pay attention to who's going next. Let's shield up here. Okay, now I'm going to do what I meant to do from the get-go. And hope this works. That's what I meant to do last turn, yeah. Okay, so she couldn't attack, that's unfortunate. Now she can. If I move her there, he's not going to be able to move... Wait, which one are you? Okay, he's not going to be able to get to her, he shouldn't be able to. Oh, well, fuck. Okay, this is a problem. This is a real problem. Ow! You know you're in a bad way when Rook is all of a sudden your tank. But this actually should finish him. There we go. And that is why Rook is one of my favorite characters. Oh, and I thought of a joke while at the supermarket yesterday and made my best friend mad at me. Hell yeah, dude. That's the best way to piss off your friend. What's the joke, by the way? If you want to share. Holy crap, guys, we're actually going to survive! Ow! Rude! Rude! I can't. Alright. Best thing I can do for Alette here is to move back. Right now using willpower to... Oh. I'm bad at remembering everyone's names. Egil. Egil is kicking some ass right now. Now let's start doing health damage now. Okay, only one person's injured. Unfortunately, he's our main tank. The foes lying dead at your feet would regret never crossing you. Rook can promote. Alette can promote. Egil can promote. Not the guy I need to... Oh, yeah, no. Ivar needed the promotion, though. He didn't get the promotion. Difficulty. Combat can be unforgiving. Don't hesitate to change the difficulty of battle if it leaves you frustrated or you find yourself needing a tougher challenge. Okay, I will keep that in mind. You can just change your difficulty. I might do that if I just suck so much. Especially if we get to the last boss and I can't do it. A black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Ivar, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back, then adds, Rook, I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. Keep watch, argue to head back. I don't want him to do that because he's injured. I just posted on Twitter. It was a text conversation. Can post a link quick if you want. I could check it out later then. But thank you. Argue to head back immediately. Keep watch. Mainly because if I turn on my computer... Actually, I'm not doing remote play. Let's see. Just takes my computer a few seconds to load up Chrome when it has other stuff open. Oh, that's funny. Hell yeah, it did. Okay. We're going back. Then that's Rook. I'm doing one more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. Keep watch. As you turn to head back, a Colossus appears around the side of a house. Oh! That's terrifying that something that large can just find you that quickly without being noticed. It silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless, stony mask. More terrifying than any roar it may have produced, time seems to be to slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. Shoot at Alette, shoot it with an arrow, run at it, axe ready. That's probably going to be more beneficial. You launch yourself, and Alette turns toward you with confusion on her face. Then she looks behind her and freezes in her tracks. The dredge is too far in the reach time. Suddenly, Edgel is between the dredge and Alette, his shield above him. Blackstone mace falls, Edgel's shield crumbles, and so does the boy beneath it. A moment later, Ivar is there, his sword run through the neck of the dredge. He died! He's gone, says Ivar, looking out for the boy's shattered skull. Alette gasps, her hands to her mouth. I'm checking the other houses, Ivar remarks. So you can find anyone, and then meet me at the Great Hall. Oh, the arrow! Fuck, I'm an idiot. Because the arrow would have been more immediate. God damn it. Can I give myself a freebie? Hang on. One freebie. I'm giving myself one freebie. That's it. That's the freebie. No more. I cannot reset anymore. Oh. Ha! I thought I could change anything. Never mind. I fucked up. Rip Edgel. Yeah. Ah, that feels bad. I'm pretty sure that wasn't scripted. I'm pretty sure I've had him before. A few sent them aside. Gods, this is bad. About Jill. It was my fault. He was a good fighter for his age. No family, I thought. I've forgotten what it's like facing Dredge. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about Dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children, then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders, I wasn't there. But I know you fought your fair share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. That's why you're going to save us now? Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. Yeah, let's focus on the threat now and not bicker about the whys and hows we're doing anything. Hey, market. Okay. I have 19 renown. 1 renown gets me 3 supplies. Charm of the Wandering Mind. An engraving on this charm reads, a fleeting thought may be more important than you think. Plus 20% dodge strength. Fabled armor sewn with thread woven by the early menders were said to restore themselves over time. I'm just going to get both of them. And then I'm just going to get every bit of resource or supplies I can get. Let's hope that's enough. I can't rest either, so your items are shown at the bottom of the roster. Drag items onto your unit to equip them. So, Edgel's dead and 1 person's injured. This is bad. Thankfully, I have exactly 3 items. Engraving on this charm reads a fleeting threat. Okay, so plus 20% dodge strength. What is this? I believe this regenerates armor per turn. So, oh, right. They're not a high enough level. Never mind. Oh, but I do need, hold on, right. I need to upgrade Rook and Alette really quickly. I'm surprised they don't just let you automatically do that because there's no reason not to do it immediately. What? Oh, you need renown! I forgot! I forgot you need renown to... Oh, god damn it. That's the why. That's that's the reason why you might not promote your units, because you might not have the renown to do it. Fuck. I've fucked. So, I've ruined this so much. Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. One of the depths is going on. Dredge milling around, ransacking houses. The person controlling our lives not properly making the right choices to keep any of us alive. Jeeveson's wife finds you, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? Don't know. Wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight, what would you do in my place? I'd have left by now, but they're already outside the doors. Not so easily done, Rook. Not so easily done. Rook? I trust Ivor on this. It's not a decision I care to make. I think we can hold out. No, let's get the fuck out of here. Chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Ivor's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If Dredge are coming down from the north, Frostfeller to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skogar in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're doomed. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostfeller. That's a suicide run. We ain't doing that. Let me create it. That sounds like suicide, Ivor. Let's do as the chieftain says. Ivor's right. I'll help with the distraction. What if we set the town on fire as we left? Do we abandon the storehouse? What if we set the town on fire? Yeah. That is one thing I will not do. We will return here one day. Whether I live to see it or not. You're an idiot! Alright. Are we abandoning the storehouse? If we have to, we'd be leaving behind everything but the supplies you brought, Rook. On the other hand, Frostfeller's at least a week away. I'm not sure we've got that much food. It'll be cutting it close. If we're saddled with heavy carts, it'll be almost impossible to outpace the Dredge. And if we run out of food before we get to Frostfeller, it won't matter how we escape. I will say, let me handle the Dredge. So I'll just get out of here like the chieftain suggested. There isn't any right decision here. I'll join him. The chieftain thinks for a long moment. I didn't ask for advice just to ignore it. I promise you're not throwing away your lives on this. That wasn't part of my plan. Ivor? Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches you by surprise. Chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Make your move, Ivor. We'll leave when you're ready. Or we'll leave when you're clear. Okay. Well, at least we have another fighter. Alette finds you before you have a chance to find her. I know what you're doing. You have to let me come with you. Don't leave me, please. I'll be good. You could come because I don't want you getting killed. Okay, Alette, just promise to listen. Yeah. I promise, she says. Ivor soon finds you both. Let's go. Remember, we're not trying to fight them all. We're just getting their attention. Yes. You step into the town courtyard, where you can already see Dredge in every direction. Ivor starts to banging his shield and swearing at them. We kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. You steel yourself for a tough fight. I would rather Alette with us so that I know she's safe. Alright. What do you do? What is your thing? The character secretly selects an unoccupied tile on the board and fires up to 3 arrows in the air. If any enemy passes through the selected tile, they are hit by the following arrow, doing normal strength damage and stopping them in their tracks, ending their turn. Rain of arrows can be used offensively, defensively to protect allies, and in general is most effective when forcing an opponent to second-guess his actions. Smart use of the ability can potentially lock down an entire team. Now, I don't know how helpful that is with considering we're up against AI, but when this game was first launched, there was a second partner application called Banner Saga Factions, which was the PvP version of this game. It is no longer in existence. I did not get to actually play it because I didn't know. I played it when it was a demo. Or no, I played it. I don't think it was a demo. I think I played it when no one was playing it, and then I forgot about it. Right, so I can't promote, but I'll be able to promote after this fight. Okay. So we got 3 archers, but you're going to go second. See, he's got -6 strength in this combat. Thankfully, he has a lot of strength normally, though. Because, oh no, never mind. He's going to have exactly 6. Alright, well, we're as ready as we can be. This is gonna hurt. Oh, there's 3 big guys. Oh. Okay. So he's gonna go, then he's gonna go, then he's gonna go, then this guy's gonna go. So this guy's gonna go dead last. That probably wasn't the best time to use that, actually. Alright. Yeah, next turn that would have been a good idea, because then their armor would have been reduced enough. Target a tile and stun an enemy who steps in it with a rain of arrows. Traps 1 tile. Yeah. Oh, God, that was bad. Well, Rook just became our armor slayer, too. Should have done this before. Yes, that's how you do it. Oh, no, we are not resting. I need to move. How far can you move? How much I can afford to let her move back? Oh, no. Well, fuck me. Alright, well, we're gonna lose. I think we're already fucked here. She does not have to move just yet. There's my reset. I guess it doesn't matter. If I'm going to lose, there's no point not resetting the fight. Because if you lose, you don't just keep going, I don't think. And if that's not true, then oh well. Oh! No, I didn't get anything back. Because I think in some cases you can lose a fight, but you'll suffer more casualties, but I don't think that applies here. It's not a decision I care to make. I trust Cyber on this. That's not... Oh, well. Okay. Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't see your post there, Ziphian. Okay, I'm gonna go try and find something at least slightly productive to do. Thanks for streaming today. Thank you for coming by, man. Have a great rest of your stream. Sorry, I just hate feeling like I've wasted a long day doing nothing. No, I fully understand, man. I'm the same. Take care, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you next stream. Have a wonderful one, man. Thank you for coming by. Have a wonderful day. Alette finds you before you have a chance to find her. I know what you're doing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, promise to listen. Okay, okay, hold on. What does the Let's thing do? Lovingly made, yeah, you know what? Thinking on it, I'm gonna give that to him, yeah. Because he needs that just to survive. Yeah, I'm gonna position myself a lot better. At least I think I'm positioning myself a lot better. When are you going? Last. Alright. Okay, prioritize doing as much damage as I can as quickly as I can. That's the time to do that. Yeah. I think he's trying to heal. I think that'll stun him. I think the game doesn't quite know what to do here, because the sound is still there as if he's doing his little thing. I think it is best we move back. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi. How long were you there? I'm basically cornering myself, but I'm not sure what else I can do. Damn it, that's not going to help. Actually, it might. Shove you back. So now that guy is going to take longer to get here. I need to move a little back so he has some room. And then this guy just bees a dick. Alright. This guy right here. Just a big old dick. Did he just walk? No, I guess he didn't proc it yet. Right now, I need less people who can... oh, I might have made a terrible blunder there. not quite. Motherfucker. There we go. Stun him there. There we go. And, yep, his turn ends immediately. Okay. And then I can battering ram this guy away. So he's not a threat. Get you off the board. Oh no. Alright, here's where things start to go horrible. How long does this stay? If entered within one turn, yeah. So I do have to do this right. He's not moving again. He is, though. Alright, it's fine. He didn't go... You know what? It took him a little while longer, so... It's not the end of the world. I want this guy going next, so Rook's gonna have to... Drat. I was not paying attention to determination. Ah, fuck. Oh, he's still up. Okay. I didn't know if he was still up. If Rook's not going to be able to do what I need to do, though, so. Okay, at least some damage was done. Unfortunately, not enough in time. Not nearly enough in time. This guy ain't gonna be able to do jack. Thankfully. Oh no, I wasn't thinking! Well, we're about to see what happens if you lose a fight at this stage in the game. Let me just quicken my my loss here. Oh, actually, we're not out yet because now this guy won't be able. But he's gonna attack her anyway, so it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Oh, I forgot about this thing too. Well, oh, hang on. No, nothing matters. Nothing matters. There was no winning move there. Oh yeah, we're in Pillage Mode too, so it also didn't matter. Okay, what happens when we lose? Just game over? But your enemies will not soon forget this day your renown grows. Consequences. Ivor's injured. Rook is injured. Alette is injured. Oddleif is injured. But we didn't die. We lost 4 supplies, and I'm going to guess we failed to distract them long enough. Morale improved? What? There were too many of them. You fall to your knees and soon feel someone carrying you, followed by a maddening din, then nothing. When you awake, you find yourself amongst a tattered and glassy red handful of survivors. A group has gathered at the rear of the caravan. Olive walks beside a covered figure in the open wagon. Old fool, she says through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with him. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. You continue on to Frostfeller in silence, Alet's hand firmly in your own hand. No! No, Mayor, dude, we've met. We've known for like 5 minutes. You will be missed. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. We've got to pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. So, gotta pull them together, says Ivor. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. Time to rally him with a speech. You make your way to the rear and hoist a small child onto your shoulders. Fight for every step. Remember those who didn't make it and push onwards. Clansmen see your effort and follow suit, pushing themselves harder. Morale improved. +5 renown. But less supplies. Morale declined. But we made it to the Godstone. So we got 270 clansmen, 45 fighters, and no Varl. Far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women dropped their meager possessions beneath the Godstone of Herdval. I didn't read that. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. Chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. How am I supposed to do that? How do we do if we run into more? What do we do if we run into more dredge? We have the dredge killer around here. What do we do? You mean when? I'll be honest with you. These men can't take on dredge by themselves. I expect we'll lose 2 for every slag we take down. So we run. Only if you want to lose women and children, we're going to have to fight, and there are going to be deaths. Gods be damned, why is this happening? Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Men are a plague on the world worse than any dredge. That's not wrong, as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Ivor. Humans sucked. You sleep poorly, the sun forever stuck to an eternal bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. Can we stop for a second and really acknowledge how much of a hell that must be? Sleeping with the sun out? I mean, you can easily get into shade, but it's like, it's going to fuck with you psychologically. Godstone looms overhead, the massive eyes of Hridvalar looking the same direction as you. I mean, I guess not if you sleep during the day, because you work at night. Never mind. Yeah, sure, inspect the stone. The withered stone doesn't see many visitors. Not much reason to travel so far east. When hunters come through, they sometimes stop to give offerings, out of habit more than anything else now that the gods are dead. Hridvalder was the god of hunters and of wild beasts, occasionally seen roaming the land as both man and wolf. He was always depicted in effigy with his terrible spear. You wonder what he'd think about his woods being full of dredge now. A young girl from the caravan approaches you. I made this for you, she says, handing you a crude necklace carved from a branch she must have found nearby. Thank you for saving my mama, she says, before running back to her tent. Also, how do we know that the gods are dead? That's also a question I have. What, did we actually find their bodies? Back at your tent, you rouse Alette, who clings to your arm until she's completely awake. Bad dreams. Eventually, the camp is broken down, and it's time to move on to Frostfeller. It feels like an end more than a start. Let's actually read our map here. Skoger. The descendants of Sten, unable to cultivate good yields or find much fish in the frozen murk of Ba Harbor, nevertheless scratched out a living from the beasts of the forest, where they erected a stone to Hridvalder, patron of hunters. Ravenhead. It wasn't until after the area had been surveyed that anyone recognized the land as a Raven's Head, though this realization instantly became an ominous piece of land that none would set foot upon. The association between ravens and death still strong long after it had been proven otherwise. Frostfeller, I believe that's where we're going next. Once sitting upon the banks of a wide lake, when the Nord When the Nordfelling turned to a waste, the city of Frostfeller became a tattered bastion, blasted by the freezing winds that roll through the valley. Those who live here still are not known for their hospitality. Great. Oh wait. Someone said Frostfeller. I don't know what we're doing. Setterland. They had such high hopes for Setterland. The new kingdom of Man and Varl, they called it, rounding up anyone who yearned for land of their own. Whole clans and families took the caravans and banners to the untamed frontier. Then the Nordfelling lake disappeared. The trees withered beneath the Arctic winds, and the crops would not grow. That sounds bad. Bitra. Originally named Brota, meaning split, Bitra came about due to a dispute of the rightful chieftain of Skoger. The local rumor is that the founders of Bitra expect more people to side with them and have been bitter about the divide ever since. The nickname Bitra seems to have stuck to their dismay. It sounds like a lot of people here are not very happy about others. There was never much to speak of in the first place. Reich is one of the few towns that has been wholly abandoned, leaving empty houses and barren fields in its wake. As a result, the entire road from Hochstorp to Skoger is overgrown and unused, rarely seeing travelers of any sort. Is that where we're going, or are we going across this one? I'm hoping we're going this way. Wormtoe. In the foothills of the Wormscale Mountains, the Varl created a small town beneath the tall pines. Overlooking the Nordfelling wastes, few come here aside from those looking for seclusion. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out where we're going. The caravan halts when a group of men appear on the trail, weapons at their feet. We've seen the dredge in your wake, says one. We don't wish to meet them alone. If you'll let us join you, we'll show you a watering hole with enough animals to fill those supply wagons. An inherent fear of strangers raises mutters from the caravan. What are you doing out here alone? We were hunting here for food when the dredge found our village, says the man. When we returned, he looks away, unable to finish. I'll allow him to join. If you'll be no trouble, come along, you say. The men cautiously join your ranks and prove trustworthy. The hidden watering hole nearby is teeming with animals, and soon your supplies are nicely restocked. Hell yeah. During a rest, one of the men get too drunk and end up splashing mead in a warrior's face. A brawl erupts. Many thrown fists and a broken bone later, the instigator, Raffen Vistar, is tossed on the ground at your feet, angry clansman looking for satisfaction. His personal defense is little more than drooling mumbles. So, the guy who assaulted another person with drink, who got the shit kicked out of him. Okay. Coerce a public apology from him, tie him up until he dries out. I'm assuming that means until he stops being drunk. Laugh off the scuffle, encourage the others to let the issue drop. I mean, aren't these warriors supposed to be all about drunken bar fights? Isn't that the whole thing? Yeah, let's tie him up, though. You grab a rope from the supplies and make short work of the sort. A few onlookers throw scraps at him, but most just walk away with a laugh. At least content with some pleasure or measure has been taken. I was kind of hoping there'd be some morale boost there, but... Oh well. So long as nothing bad's happening. Okay, so are we going west? Yes, we're going west. Okay. So... the Nordfelling wastes were not always wastes. At some point, a lake sprawled for hundreds of miles until the land cracked beneath it and the water drained over generations, leaving a featureless frozen desert. Within, curious explorers found the remains of the godstone Radormir and wondered how it got there. Interesting. So we might run into that on our way, but we are on our way to Wormtoe, and I believe that's the one... Yeah, those are the ones that want to be secluded. I'm going to guess it's going to take us a good 4 days to get there, so we'll have just enough resources. Look at that mountain. So detailed. The caravan is visibly relieved to find a small village on the way to Frostfeller. with beds and fresh supplies. The locals here are shocked by the news you bring and discuss it amongst themselves while you sit up nearby. Hey, if you want to join us, you could bring your supplies. We could, it'd be really great. Hello, what's this symbol mean? Why is there a skull here? Uh-oh. I didn't know I was resting. Oh, it says rest, okay. Normal morale, sounds good. Heroes. Because now I have renown, I can actually level people up. Get Rook and Alette leveled up here. Unit has points available. Mark prey. Break damage. What do I have to do to level this up? Or does it just level up on its own? Honestly, I think... Oh, what is this? I really... Oh, actually, no, it'll tell me right here. There we go. Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use on any given action, is spent to move further, hit harder, and perform your ability, but does not replenish. Abilities are unique powers that this class wields. Click on the icon for more information. Lore is where you can go to learn more about this character. Oh. Rook is a skilled hunter from a long line of woodsmen who have lived in Skogar. Though none of his family have survived the long, hard winters of the north, since childhood he has been close friends with the town's resident Varl, Ivor. Ivor, his talents quickly landed him the position of huntsmaster of Skogar, and Rook wrestles with wanting to teach his daughter, Alette, to become a self-sufficient woman while also keeping her safe from harm, something he was unable to do for his wife, Aldous, years ago. Oh. Okay, I'm going to give you more willpower so that we don't have a repeat of last battle. Also, why aren't these three injured? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Okay. And Alette, I'm going to give you more health, so you can just be good DPS. Because I honestly don't know why you wouldn't just do that. Hello, what? Didn't I? Oh, I could promote again. But I don't have enough for it. Yeah, okay. Well, good to know that she can promote again. So if I get more renown, I can have a rank 3. Markets. And see, this is why purchasing all those might have been a bad call. Oh wait, protects from death, strength greater than 1. Well, I can't afford any of these, so just get resources. No point even looking at them. Just I don't need to be reminded of my fuck up. All right, so we got a day's in. We can leave. I want to see if Ivor needed 4 days to rest from being injured. I want to see if days going by normally is enough for him to rest. You're only just outside the village when 2 men in red approach. My name is Hogan, says one, gesturing to the other. My brother is Mogan. Many from the village wish to join you to Frostfeller. A third man, exuding rage, charges up to the group. Shut your mouth, Hogan, he screams. Oh! Okay, apparently we're fighting. Or maybe not. Maybe we can diplomatize our way out of this. What's going on? These bastards don't speak for us. They've been trying to divide the village since you got here. True, you can keep whoever wants to stay and die. The rest of us will go with the reasonable people of Skogar. I'll have you both gutted before I let half the village desert. Well, you sound like a jerk. Behind the angry villager, a mob of armed thugs have appeared, all furrowed brows and nervous stares. You both know what will happen to the rest of us if the fields are abandoned. Nobody leaves. There won't be anything to tend once the dredge arrive. Let your people decide on their own. I don't want anything to do with this. Say nothing. Neither of these are going to work. But saying nothing won't do anything. This can have us not fight, I'm sure, but I don't want to just leave these guys. This is probably one of those people who don't believe the dredge exist. Okay, let your people decide on their own. We thought that's how it went ourselves. A good number told me to my face they didn't want to be beaten to death by dredge. Dredge my ass, I called it, right? I don't know what the scam is this time, Hogan, but you got two choices. Oh, maybe I should have mentioned it. Maybe it would have helped get him to see reason. Get back to work or I'm finally putting you in the ground. Hogan, what do you say? Thought it was unfair that he only asked me. Mogan draws his axe slowly, followed by Hogan. Despite their confidence, the brothers are significantly outnumbered. I think I make a poor farmer. Settle this yourselves, don't get involved. I won't kill men for defending their homes, side with the villagers. However, let's make this a fair fight. Side with the brothers. Yeah, side with the brothers. After steps forward, the thug says, people are going to die anyway. Might as well help the people who want to live, instead of help the people who are going to get everyone else killed. The thugs hesitate. As you pull your axe, you notice that Elet is nowhere to be seen. Why? Where is my daughter? Alright, so one is a offensive character, the other is a defensive character. I did that in the wrong order. Yeah, Ivar will go first. And, oh, what's this? A crude medallion made from a branch of tree found above the godstone Hridvalder, carved with a curious rune. Plus, or 15% dodge strength. Okay. So it's like this, but a little better. Or not as good, but whatever. Percentage might as well be the same. Put that onto Rook, because he's the only one that can equip it. Alright. Here we go! Oh, there's quite a few of you. Alright, let's do this. Of course he gets to go first. You are the worst. Alright. Where can you go? How far can you move? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hard to ascertain. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I exert, it's 5. Oh, but you're shield. Bloody Flail. A series of strikes. Each randomly attacks strength or armor. Yeah, let's go. Let's have you go there. Yeah, so I can get a good amount of both in. Or strikes on both in. And you also have Bloody Flail. So the brothers can just whoop some ass. See if that helps at all. So this is deal damage. Knock the target back through multiple tiles, doing armor break damage. Knock back up to 4 tiles for 1 break plus 1 per unit they pass through. Okay. So it's best to do that when there's several of them. Finish you off. Rest up here, see if I can help people. Ha ha! It worked! You fool! You walked into my trap! I think... Yep, they're in range too. Damn it. Oh no! How far can I put this? 5 away. So I think I can move no, don't want to do that. I think I can move exactly 1 back. What? Oh, I can't move again? I fucking hate that. Alright. Here. I was gonna try and cover Rook's other side, but, in case this guy moved there, but, can't do shit about it now. Alright, let's make that a little easier on Rook. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. I was not paying attention to the exact amount of space. Wow, okay. 4 straight strength damage. Rook's down, unfortunately. But we might do well, especially if they keep going after the guys who can take it. Finish you off. He's got a promotion coming his way. Boy, they do a lot of armor break. Uh-oh. Finish you off. Now that brother's going down. That hurts. That hurts to watch. I'm not good at this game. Holy shit. I could also be using these that help. Okay, I need to actually pay attention to who's going next. Alright, who's next? You? Then the best thing I could do here is screw with your damage output. The archer's next. I can't do much about that. But after the archer is you. Music's really good, too. Okay, you're next. You're next, and you're not going to be a threat, so I need to deal as much strength damage to you as I can. Does he not have any? Oh, he doesn't have any left. That's the issue. That was a dumb idea. If there's not a 100% chance that it's going to hit... Uh-oh. This is not good. This is definitely not great. Why are they not? I guess they're waiting. They're waiting their turn, or they're waiting a turn to do stuff to get their willpower back. Let's move back so this guy can't do jack. Getting very lucky here. Oh crap! Well. Nope. I need to do damage. I can kill him, but I'm trying to get as many turns for these guys as I can. Damn it! Unfortunately, I think we're going to go into Pillage Mode now. Or he's going to go that way. Alright, that works. She's going to end him. How are you? Alright. I did not think that through. Well. And we were defeated again. Hogan got a promotion. Alright, Rook's injured. Mogan's injured. Everyone's injured. Just get it over with. That is what I like about this game. You're still going if you lose. A loss does not automatically mean that you lose. Or a loss does not automatically mean game over. The clansmen give you a sound beating, but leave you breathing. Get out of our village, hisses their leader as they depart. Hogan and Mogan lie dead for their trouble nearby. You bind your wounds, and the caravan returns to the road demoralized. I let marches quietly alongside the caravan a little distance since leaving the village. When you stop for a rest, Oddleif approaches you both. Yeah, where were you? I guess she just wasn't there at the time. That was the issue. Alette, I have something for you. Oddleif has gathered up the long banner from the caravan and smiles warmly. She passes it to Alette. What's this about? I was hoping you'd sew up the banner with everything that has happened since we left Sokoger. Come find me another time, Rook, and we'll talk. Before you can comment, she departs. Dad, are you the chieftain now? Huh. Never really thought of that. Don't know. Oh, then that means you're both quiet for a moment while Alette unfurls the banner. Oddleif has been teaching me how to sew. She speaks pretty highly of you. Can we read the part about Mom? You nod. On the banner has been sewn the story of the families who have lived in Skogar throughout the years, just as is done on every banner over town. By the way, I'm somehow managing to... I've never done this poorly. Right? I have never seen Hogan and Mogan die at this stage. Like, I am doing shit this time around. I wish she were here, but I'm kind of glad she isn't. The section of banner about your family is short, but Alette has been sewing in colorful designs. Why do you say that? So she doesn't have to deal with all of this dredge leaving home, and why'd you have to kill those men in the village? I mean, if it's okay to ask. They would have killed others. I'm more worried about why you disappeared. I had to make a hard choice. Yep, they would have killed others. But how do you know which ones are bad? Because the dredge are terrifying. Every time we have to fight them. I just want to run, but I don't want to kill a person, please. Are you mad at me? Absolutely. No, absolutely not. You might have to someday. I'm glad you don't want to. Glad you don't want to. Alet smiles at this, then her face sinks again. I guess I would do it if I really had to, but do we have to? I know what you mean. Yeah, I know, Dad. I think you're doing a good job. She hugs you. You spend the rest of your time together, sewing new verses into the banner. For better or worse, the story of Skogar is your burden now. I'm a terrible leader. Oh, no. Alright, what is it? What is it, Oddleaf? How are you doing, Odd? I'm alright. Not at first. I was wondering if I was pronouncing that right, but there we go. Not at first. Sometimes when a loved one dies, people say it doesn't sink in for a while. It sunk in for me right away. People tell me I'm a strong woman. It's funny, my father named me Oddleaf before I was ever born. He wanted a boy so badly. But you are plenty strong. What the fuck? Strong woman. What does that even mean? Never cared for that expression. It means you're okay to be okay. People look up to you. I have no... People look up to you, I guess is what they're trying to say. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't want to be known for handling my feelings. If I feel nothing about my husband dying, people think I'm strong. If I cry because my insides feel like they're on fire, I'm weak. Why does that feel so backwards? Yeah, it's plenty okay to cry. Doesn't matter what your gender is. Doesn't matter who you are. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is deal with your emotions and allow yourself to cry, because that is sometimes harder than just not crying. Yeah, I said that right. You're not sure what to say. In the many years you've known the chieftain's wife, this is probably the most you've ever talked. You asked me to come to find you? Yes, it's about the banner. I thought about it a long time. He asked me to give it to you, if something happened. Your family, you should carry it. You're right, I should. It should be mine. I could carry it, but I thought about why he named you. I get it. They won't follow a woman. Yeah, because they're fucking idiots. Families would leave. Our banner would be divided. Yeah, because people are fucking idiots. I think they would follow you. I think people should follow Oddleaf. I don't know if these dumbasses would. I would vouch for you. Yeah, I think they would follow you. Come on, Rook, this isn't the time for pretend. It's not just about our small town. What happens the first time we need something from another clan? How will that go? The first time someone thinks they can take advantage of us, I think this is what has to happen. I forgot this game goes into some subject matter I'm not entirely comfortable with. I don't know how to respond to this. I don't like any of those answers. I think I would have liked an answer of... I honestly wish we could have given... that we had an option to convince her to be the leader. And then... I don't know, kick the ass of anyone who doesn't like it. I would have liked that. Maybe that's what one of the options there would have done. I have no idea. Listen, I know I dragged this out. The truth is my husband and I could never have a child, okay? I don't want our banner to end here. It'll be safe with you and Alette. I know you're going to take care of her. She puts her hand on your shoulder as she heads back to the camp. God, this game's heavy. Okay. Heroes. There we go. Oh, wait, do I have enough renown? No, I'm one away. Rook can't level up either. You can't level up because you're still fucking... I don't know. Okay, 2 days. We can't go on any further. Let's try it. Let's try it. If I lose another two fights, that's going to reduce the difficulty to normal. At a small split in the trail, a few fighters stop to speak with you, each carrying a single pack. We recognize this place, one man says. Spent several years here with some kin. If they're still around, we have to warn them of what's coming. With luck, we'll find you again in less than a week. Wish the fighters well, see them off with extra supplies, remind everyone that they're free to do as they please. If you think you'll survive out there on your own, tell them they're needed here. Yeah, this is basically what we had to deal with there in the last town, but in the reverse now. Now we are the ones in control. Now we have to make the decision. Well, I'm going to go by my morals here. I'll wish them off with extra supplies. That's all you're taking, you may never make it, you say, grabbing a few items from a supply wagon, you strap the additional provisions to their backs. Search for family instead of food, you say with a smile. The man clasps wrists with you before departing. If 8 fighters is going to... Oh. Okay, camp. Because I want to see if that helped with the resting at all. It didn't. Okay. Alright. You're going to level up. And max strength. And now for extra willpower. So, an engraving on this charm reads, a fleeting thought may be more important than you think. 20% dodge strength. Might as well. And then we're going to rest for 2 days. Okay. Complaints of Ralph Svarter's excessive drinking have resurfaced. This time the man stumbled over some tent ropes, pulled the snagged canvas through a campfire, nearly setting a supply wagon aflame. I'm gonna kill him. Clansmen put out the fire on both the wagon and Rensvart's leg before leading him to you. Punish him physically, ban him from camping near others in the future. This man drinks nothing but water from now on. Yes, the only prudent choice. Rensvarter groggily agrees, slurring his way through promises to quit being such a nuisance. Many of the onlookers snort or roll their eyes, but go back to their business. Somehow you doubt it'll be long before Asmarch manages to find another drink, whether you'll allow it or not. If he drinks again, I'm kicking him out. I am not dealing with this crap. I have lost multiple people fighting for the camp, fighting for us. Oh, dear God. Dread, shouts a man from the back of the caravan. It's Ransvarter, the unabashed drunk, staggering toward you, looking not entirely sober. He screams again, pointing to trees in the distance. Fear races through the caravan as fighters pull their weapons. Scouts return with no sightings, and furious men surround Ransvarter. Banish drunkard from your caravan, let your clansmen deliver justice, ready yourself against... Get out. The man's meager belongings and some food are thrown in a pile as everyone moves on. He's tied loosely to a tree. If he wasn't drinking, that would be it would have been a different story. I'm not putting up with this. I have lost too many people to my own bad decisions. I'm not letting this guy get more people killed. You expect he'll break his bonds eventually once he sobers up. Please, I swear, he pleads to your back, finally realizing his plight. Whether his drudge were imagined or not, you don't expect to see him again. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that, but I'm not getting more people killed.
The walls of Frostweather now just keep the howling winds at bay. With luck, they'll hold out against Dredge as well.
Well, it's walled off, so there's a greater chance it will. You jostle through follow crowds, of sunken faces who appear as though they've been freezing in front of Frostfeller for days. The gates are closed. You come to a stop at the bottom of the hill. This is not looking good. Why are there so many people in the fields? We can't stay outside in the open like this. Audley finds you amongst the many refugees. Rook, I just talked to some of the women here. Nobody's being let into the city. Why? It's overrun with Varl from Blotz, Bulker, Greyhorn, people from Bitra, all the nearby villages. The dredge are everywhere. And the chieftain of Frostfeller has locked himself in his great hall. That's when they close the gates. When the dredge come, these hills will turn red. We have to get in there. We're getting the wall somehow. I want to know more about what's going on in there. Let's lay low for now and see what happens. Where else could we go? I don't know what to do. Yeah, where else can we go? With our whole caravan south, but Sigerholm or Borsgard are so far away they may as well be horse-borne lands. The dredge are moving south. By the way, apparently horse-borne is... There's a race of centaurs in this game, and apparently I think that's what they call them. The dredge are moving south. If we keep going west, we might get out of their path. I don't think we see them till the second game. Wormtoe is half as far as Sigholm and full of Varl. And across the wastes, these people won't make it. I don't like any of these ideas. That's because they're all bad. There's no point talking about leaving. We have to get in there. I want to know more about what's going on in there. I see a lot of people gathered around the rest houses and the gates. We could find out what they know. How would we get in anyway? They closed the gate. I can get the gate open. Let's see if there's any other way before we start breaking down gates. I wasn't going to break it. Just push really hard. I mean, that sounds like the same thing. Sounds like a bad idea regardless. That doesn't look like a very stable part of the town, by the way. Okay. Market. Actually, I don't think that's what... Oh, hang on. Narwhal Horn. When an army of weaponless Varl were ambushed on a frozen lake, the god Emeric was said to have provided their salvation. +1 for break. And the studded pommel. A heavy pommel adds a little weight to your weapon when you want some extra heft in your swing. Knockback on strength over 5. I'm going to get both of these. Okay. Okay. Well, actually, hold on. I don't think equipping these matter for anything outside of combat, but, you know. When I used to play this game, I wouldn't get a lot of items, because I'd always prioritize other things, and I think that might be where I was going wrong. You approach the gate, where hundreds of people have gathered. In the trodden, bloody space in front of the doors, several pin-cushioned bodies lie unclaimed, as though they simply belonged there. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittingly call for mercy and reason when they're not flinging stones and curses. Find out more from the crowd. You spend an hour talking to different people who all have the same story. A couple days ago, the chieftain shut himself in, closed the gates, and refused any more refugees. What an asshole! They've got huge stores of supplies in there too, adds one man. They're just hoarding them. Try to push through the front gates, shout at the guards, leave the gates, and shout at the guards. We're from Skogar, open the gates. You shout to the archers, not expecting much. You get as much response as you expected. Archers up on the walls make it clear that nobody will be getting in. Men and women below intermittingly call for mercy. Did you really expect to push these gates open? I'm willing to try, grunts Ivor, despite sizing up doors that look like they could hold back an army. And when men start shooting arrows and pouring out to stop you, then you kill them, he says. You're not sure this is the most sound plan. We're not doing that. This is a terrible idea, you say. We don't even know how many are in there. Ivor folds his arms. He seems almost relieved they didn't have to live up to his earlier boast. Leave the gates and try something else. Leave the crowds and head back down the hill. There are a lot of people gathered around the rest houses, says Oddleif, pointing. Maybe we can find out there, or at least make ourselves useful. You say that? Where is that? Is it the gate? You approach the gate? No. Oh, maybe it's the place where it says rest. Maybe? Okay. You spend a whole day at the rest houses. Everyone gives you the same story. The chieftain just shuts himself in his great hall and closed the gates. There are a lot of wounded people here, Adzolit. We could help them. The rest house is overflowing with refugees, the sick and wounded in noise. Yeah, tend to the wounded. I let Nodleaf spend the day along with others in your caravan treating wounds, most of which came from the archers at the gates. I have heard from one woman that the city has been sending carts with food around, Oddleif tells you. Could be a way in, Ivor replies. Next time they send a cart, we bring it in. We bring it back in. Oddleif protests. Aside from leading to a fight, it would probably mean no more food for the refugees. We'll wait and confront them. Keep your sword down until we need it, you tell Ivor. We'll make a deal unless they're looking for a fight. Early the next day, you spot another cart leaving the gates of the city. After they've thrown their scraps to the refugees, you approach. At least they're feeding the people. Stop. My friend wanted to talk with you. It's not what I wanted. Think I can guess why. If we knew there were more fighters and Varl out here, Ekkel might have brought you in the city. Who's Ekkel? He's in charge up there. In charge of what? Better let him explain. I think we'll just take... Okay, fine, let's go. He nods. You follow him back up the gates, where they open the doors for you. A man clad in black approaches as you step inside. What in the depths is this? You look deranged, good sir. And you're twitching. Oh, you are scary. The man orders his guards to get the doors closed again before more refugees notice. You said you wanted fighters. You heard about the chieftain? We heard he's hiding out in the Great Hall. Oh, really? Think you mean hiding out in a grave? He's eating worms, if that wasn't clear. What happened in there? As soon as they heard Dredge were coming, anyone who couldn't swing an axe got one to the head. That's a short story, anyway. At least 3 clans in here warring over turf and food, and the worst are the godforsaken Varl. He eyes Ivor and shrugs with exaggeration as if simply stating the obvious. Well, fuck this guy. We're in a more dangerous here than out here. Look, I was in charge here before things went to crap. You've got some people who can fight, you've got your own Varl, that counts for something. I can keep your flock safe in the Great Hall. You fight for me and to take back Frostfeller. I don't take sides. Too hard to tell when the good guys have become the bad. Fine. Cut these sheep loose and watch your own asses. What do I care? All I want to do right now is get out of the damn streets. Think carefully about what you want. We'll join you for now. We'll fend for ourselves inside Frostfeller. We're not staying here. Let us help. I don't want to help this guy. Fuck it. We'll fend for ourselves. You can feel Ezil sizing you up on the spot, his hand hovering near his axe. He snorts through his nose, changing his mind. Good luck, then. Hope we don't meet again fighting for the same scraps. With the gates closed, Ekkel and his men disappear down dark alleys. Hope we know what we're doing. Making it up as we go, Ivor. We're gonna die! Little did they sleep. Chapter 3. And back we go. To Hakon's party. Hakon, we're back. I was able to get about as many warriors from Strand as you wanted, and more weapons. Extra supplies too. You perk up just now realizing Mulgr has been talking to you. Since Vogner died, everyone has been looking to you to make the decisions. It's exhausting. Oh yeah, Hakon, he was saying before he didn't want to do politics. What were you saying? I was saying the Varl we sent to Strand have returned. The governor gave us most of what we wanted. Good enough. Much resistance from the governor? Some. I don't think he was happy about us buying his fighters using his own money. He also insisted we take on a lackey of his to watch over his property, a man named Eric. Eric? I met him. He seemed competent enough. Regardless, the governor will have to get over it unless he wants Dredge crawling through his streets. Enough flapping of mouths, then. You're sure that wound has healed, Luden? I agree. Enough has already gone wrong. If something happens to the prince on a mission of peace, the alliance would rot. Or worse. The right, Luden? Return to Strand, go home. Luden makes his own decisions. Wagner's dead, there's no reason to stay. Yet Luden makes his own decisions. We would only be made to do this again later, and I would not suffer it all a second time. Either take us through the wandering road, or do your job and slaughter some Dredge. Luden turns abruptly with a scowl. He stamps back to his ring of tents and followers. Wandering road's not an option with this many. I could crush that boy's skull with one hand. If Ludin won't be deterred, you'll have to deal with it. Don't let Ludin get to you. Let's go. I'm sick of looking at this dump. What do I tell the warriors, Hakon? Tell them to be cautious, no more losses. Tell them we cover the mountainside and dredge bodies. Tell them we don't stop until Skilled is retaken. Yeah, let's just go on the offensive here. Good, give the word and we'll set off. I'm wondering if that will, like, make them more efficient when it comes to war fights. Okay, alright, I said that in the schedule that I'd be streaming till about 6, but I've started to get a headache, I'm hungry, and I need to go an hour early anyway for something that came up. So, I'm going to end today's stream here. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry if I haven't been giving a really good performance. I feel very tired, and I'm thinking I need to just take a day to rest. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. This is Positive Thumb Gaming signing off. Keep those thumbs raised, stay positive, and I'll see you all in the next stream, which will be next Thursday. Peace out, all. Let's go find someone we can raid. Ooh, Light's doing Hollow Knight. He's loving that game. I love that game too. It was really fun to play it. Go have a blast with Light. He's a really good friend and makes good content. Oh, he might be just starting, so go have fun, stay safe, wear a mask. I'll see you all in the next stream. We're almost out of this pandemic. We'll get through it. Take care. Bye-bye.